Hello ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of welcome back here towards some SCL Challenger Division Counter-Strike. We're about to get ourselves underway here with Esports looking to take on 14 Esports. Of course, both of these sides really looking to try and establish themselves here in the playoffs, especially late here into this SCL season. Now with Esports to start at least trying to hold down this mid area of this ancient site. We are going to see 14 look to take liberties here, especially with Candle Room. Now with the wraparound to come in through this A site, it is mainly going to be down here to Leo, Dirk and Yeps to really find themselves a little bit of aggression. Taking back the mid control, we are going to see here PR28 to be stuck in the 1v1. Honda executed a beautiful shot and a beautiful way to open up this game. A second to be found here, will eventually be traded still to find himself that frag. But here with this 3v4, Shelsey slowly to put forth little bits and pieces. Watts from behind will have himself one, make it a second. That's the kit that's gone down, and now RCF to be the last man standing. You'd imagine there won't be too much that gets done here. Mainly just trying to save over the armor. He's already got himself a pick potential here for a second. Will look to take on that fight. But now as that bomb goes down, we are going to see RCF actually go down after finding Watts. Riz to fall as well. Bloods to be the only person to stay alive here. But now as we do start to see these teams pick themselves up in towards this second round, potential here for some more damage to be done. And 14 Esports just slowly pulling themselves here together. And we are going to see the pistols come out here. Honda to actually find himself the first frag. Mac 10 will be recovered. RCF quite low due to the engagements. And it does look like we are going to see now the acceleration over towards his B site. The plant to come in. Now especially slowly. We are going to have a little bit of a look in. And just start to see what's looking to slowly be now. This Esports side looking to just try and find some damage, and well, not much else to be done around here. And here especially now with this 2-0 star coming through, 14 Esports need to try and get as many rounds as they can, especially on their T side. You know, you'd start to think that there has to be, you know, a little bit of a line that we do see this Esports side trying to fight back, and with the rifles coming back in, RCF to actually get himself an AWP. Now with a little bit of the mid fight to come in. Especially as we do see this plant coming in. 4v5 situation, the retake to come in from Case, and a little bit of a fight to be had here. From A main, Riz could potentially be in a big position. A beautiful start. Now here we do start to see here More of a push from this 14 Esports side to try and pick apart some of these rifles, but RC have to keep the AWP in the server, and that's kind of what you want. It's kind of what you need. Now slowly here with this 3-0 start to come through. We are going to see now. Big push to come in. We do see Watts finding himself at least the opening. Very good opening to start out here. Especially as we will see. Little bits and pieces to be pushed in here. Especially as we see Honda with the AWP finding one. Potential here for a second. Spamming through with the AWP will eventually be taken down. And 14 Esports looking really good here. We will see now Yaps to find himself one. Now here especially. It is looking to be. This bomb slowly ticking down. Yeps to hold on to the AWP yet again. Now, here it does look to be. Yet again, 14 Esports to have themselves a fairly capable time here to be able to take control here in this game. Especially, we will see 14 Esports to create little bits and pieces. Bloods to find himself one. Bloods to actually find himself a second. And now here especially. It is looking to be. Now 14 Esports to continue to dominate quite early on here in this server. Of course, the momentum they've gained so far here has really been more about, you know, being able to dominate and take control. That's what they've done so far in this server, and there's very, very little that KC Esports have been able to achieve so far. You know, I think the limitations of the economy have really been a deciding factor in that, especially. Now here slowly. Now with RCF to find himself one. Now with Honda to pick himself a single frag here. And now with Leo Dark to help out, and with Honda to find the final two here. KC Sports getting themselves their first hit. Finally, we see this 1-5 score. The CT side to pick themselves up at least a round. The big question is, how many rounds are we going to see 14 Esports gain here? Especially with Yeps to be holding the line with this AWP. It is slowly going to be Bloods to find himself the opening pick. Leo Dark getting a little bit too aggressive through mid. Ends up costing him his life. Yeps to be burning in the flames. Will find himself a pick down to 20 points of health. Will try to get himself at least that one way to come down. To see PR eventually falling. RCF still to find themselves pretty big picks. A triple op setup coming into this round, and it looks to be working wonders here for Case. Of course, the big question mark is their potential here in the retakes, and so far they look to be holding. So far so good with these AWPs. We do see now this stalemate here, and with 10 seconds to play, it looks as if 14 Esports just wanting to keep the AWP here in the server. It looks as if we are going to have one of the AWPs at least thrown away, recovered for a rifle, and Case Esports too. Big pick from Watts to start ourselves up. Potential here with Chelsea to have himself a pick. RCF now pulling in through. Watts to find himself another pick, and all of a sudden 14 Esports getting themselves a little bit of that momentum back. The B site looking to be their stronghold. As we do see KC Sports wanting to try and have themselves more of an interesting fight here in this server, they're just not able to. We're seeing the trades be clean, and we're seeing those first impact frags coming in towards the side of 14 Esports. Especially this 2-6 scoreline. More utility to come out here. we do start to see Esports, well, 14 Esports, my apologies, looking for more space over towards his B site. Now I'm going to see PR28 at least put nades down. The double hold here in Cave and the high-low setup almost just looks to dominate here. Slowly here. It is just going to look to be now with utility starting to go down quite slowly. It will now have Riz looking to be traded by Honda. Yep, send Honda. Now in this 2v1 situation, Bloods, 2 points of health, 25 seconds to play. We'll go for that save, and the AWP looking to be kept nice and tuckly safe to wait. SKC Esports able to pick themselves up 3. Now here, this 6-3 start. You know, you'd start to have a look in here. Slowly, with utility starting to now. Slowly starting to come out. Yeps has quite a deep angle here on CT. Will be spotted, eventually taken down by Watts, boosting himself. And we'll see the AWP, you know, look to get even more aggressive here, especially through CT. Eventually cost him his life, a costly miss. Does have the AWP eventually head to the floor. PR able to find himself one. Bloods and PR eventually now to be the danger man here in this situation, going straight down. RCF quick on the AWP. This 4-2-18 scoreline here. Sorry, 4-6 scoreline. 14 looking to have themselves pretty interesting fight in here. And now slowly with Shellsy and Bloods to look through this mid area of the map. Will be Leo Dark able to find himself one, eventually traded away by Steels. And the A site does look to be taken with Steel going straight down. Now here, this 3v3. We are going to see Watts eventually falling. Now the double orbs here in the retake. Now here slowly with KC Esports. Happy to give up 7 here as long as they can keep both the AWPs here in this server. And now with more of a slowed up passion here in this game, and now here we will see now as it is going to be some utility straight off the bat. 14 Esports looking to try and hit B quite quickly. Riz to be that man with a little bit of that delayed response. We do see his triple stack over towards this KC Esports side. Now here, we will see Steel finding himself to Riz, dropping down RCF, still a 3v3. So we do see Riz PR finding themselves one apiece. Potential here for even some more damage to be done. Leo Dark to try and put in a little bit of nade damage. But as we see that bomb being stuck down, Leo Dark with that MP9 wanting to get up close and personal, eventually getting traded away. Yep, now here in the 1v2 situation, swinging into Cave, going straight down. Now here. Now it's going to look to be pretty high. Intense situation with 14 Esports finding themselves huge frags here against these pistols. Watts to find that final frag. Bloods to keep the AWP. And now here, this 4-9 scoreline. 14 Esports looking good, looking strong in here. Pick going down. Bloods losing his life with that AWP. Now with some damage over the top, it is going to be PR to find himself too. Riz eventually falling to Yeps over on that A site. Now the 2v2 situation. The rotation to come over all the way. We do see Watts just doubling down. A lovely start coming through here for that young man. Now with the final round of the half, just around the corner here. We do start to see small bits of PR finding himself one, make it a second, potential here for a third. We'll see RCF on that FAMAS being able to eventually find that trade. More damage looking to be sought out here from the FAMAS, actually finding himself two, bringing this back to a 3v3. Does look as if we do want to see 14 Esports heading towards this B site yet again. Steel has a lot of work to do. Honda in support. And the only question is, are both of these able to stay alive? We are going to see Honda at least take himself an early pick. Watts to be able to find himself one. Honda to be in the back of that side still. Looking for fights with that scout. Molotovs to try and keep him at bay. With Riz being able to get the plant. Now a 3v2 retake situation. And now here. We are going to see Watts finding himself one. Honda to be stuck in the 1v3. Here with this 11-4 scoreline. And now here with this 11-4 score. Now with pistols to come around here for 14. Doolies to come out here for Watts. As we will see Esports just rush into this site, looking to get aggressive. Steele finds his way over into those back lines. Will find himself one Honda. A single bullet into Riz, and that gets the job done. Now here as we do start to see now with some big fights coming in towards this B side. RCF Yep's looking to take the fight, and now with that bomb plant coming down. It is now going to look to beat Leo Dark having himself a bit of a cheeky pot shot. AR going straight down, and the pistols slowly falling as RCF cleans up two with a single clip of the Galil. And now with an 11-16 scoreline here, 14 Esports need to pick themselves up at least one round. Now here. Now with this 14 Esports side needing to try and hold down the fort. Potential with now we are going to see, with Bloods, Riz holding down Leo Dark, RCF to at least try to fight back. Now with PR to be stuck here in the 1v2. Leo Dark quite low, eventually falling. RCF low as well. The M4 needing to do some serious damage, but with both of these players quite low. 35 seconds to play. We are going to see the Molotov go down the swing from PR, and all of a sudden 14 Esports pick up 12. It's going to be Riz up close and personal. Blood's finding himself one. Riz to double down with that MB9. Now here with PR to find himself at least one more. 14 Esports to take the spoils of their victory down through mid. 20 seconds. A minute 20, my apologies here, as RCF has a lot of work to do to try to keep himself alive. He is around A main, and we're not going to see 14 Esports look to go for the hunt at the moment. Their economy still slowly building itself up. However, we are going to see this RCF AWP at least try to look for some damage. It does look as if we are going to see PR at least not spotting, huh? The AWP of RCF looking to have some trigger discipline, going for the knife, won't be able to find it. PR eventually to find himself for the final frag, and we are going to see the AWP recovered as RCF desperately trying to throw it away out of the map. Potentially the knife there doesn't go the way of Case Esports. And now we're going to see pistols coming in. 14 Esports could potentially pick up 14 at the end of this round if everything does go right. And now it's just going to be down to the single rifle round that Case Esports have left. Now here with 14 Esports to have themselves an absolute beatdown over towards that B site. Now with a single rifle round separating Case Esports and 14 Esports. Sorry, Case Esports, and a loss heading in towards their final game against the Prodigies, which won't be an easy task by any means of the imagination. And now we are slowly going to see here Case Esports on these AKs. No AWP in this server for this T side. We are going to see Yeps to find himself one. Now with Bloods to try and hold down. Smokes won't go down. We are eventually going to see them fall. This A site needs to continue to stay alive. RCF eventually to find the frag. Potential here for more damage to be done, but with Riz taking all of this A main control, RCF just needs to find damage. Finds himself at least one. Now they know this B side's completely open. Honda's got so much of the map control. Steel waiting for the mid presence to come through. Knows that there's someone around A main. As we see Riz knife out, running to try and find himself some damage. Steel executes him while Honda on the other side of the map deals with the incoming fight on that B site. Case Esports hold strong when they need to, but with Yeps and RCF to be in dire predicaments here. Could get a drop from Honda, and it looks like they will. Leo to go with minimal utility here. We are going to see Shelzy and PR at least finding one. Yeps to continue to keep himself around. Yeps will eventually find one Leo Dark to get the trade back, but with that utility usage, now a 2v2 situation. Molotov's going down, trying to keep Bloods out of the fight. Now with Smoke's going down, trying to create a little bit of space. Watt's holding the line for Leo Dark. Smoke's going down. We'll keep Honda away. Here with Watts to fake the defuse. Leo Dark eventually going down. Now Honda has to push through here, has to take on the fight. There's no time, and there's no time at all. A beautiful frag from Honda in the last ditch effort. Picks up Case. And round number 8, and now no money here for 14 Esports. The rifles go straight down. We are going to see Honda up close and personal, finding himself one. There was some more damage to slowly get done. There is going to be here. Flashes over through mid. Watts to fall. Leo Dark to claim 2. And now here. Again. Now with this 9-14 score here, KC Sports creating a little bit of a comeback. Here we will see Leo Dark Honda just finding themselves so much dominance around mid. With Honda finding one more, it's going to be down to Watts with this AWP. Most likely off to save. And now here with this AWP looking to try and keep itself alive. Watts, a miss from him, and RCF very swift on the execution. The AWP will be recovered. KC Sports picking themselves up 10. Now slowly here, this 10-14 score. So you have to find an opener. Riz to get one back with those pistols. Honda to find one. And now KC Sports really looking to try and explode on towards this A site. The eco round here by 14 to give themselves rifles in this next round as KC Sports continue to charge towards the finish line here. They've got themselves all the momentum in this game. It's going to take an absolute miracle here for 14 to try and find something back. We are going to see now RCF taken down. What's on that Deagle to find a beautiful shot. We're going to see that flash actually hit Steel. And with Watts to find himself a second on that Deagle. PR2. at least with that CZ, find himself the headshot onto Honda. We are going to see the AWP recovered here by Watts. And even though 14 don't win the round, they get themselves 2 very prized possessions. Actually, just one now, as we do see. I think it was Watts go down to the bomb. 11-14 scoreline here, the AWP to be recovered. Does look as if Watts is going to get himself his little toy back. And now here, Rifles to come in for 14 Esports. They've got to try and break themselves this little duck that they've been in. And now here slowly. It is going to look to beat. Here, Steele to put in little bits of util, taken straight down by Watts. Especially here. We will see Leo Dark taking a little bit of damage, having to be that last man standing in the 1v3. Traded away as 15 to be picked up here by 14 Esports. And finally, 14 Esports holding strong, being able to try and break up the amount of damage being done here in this server. I'm going to slowly see here. With Watts finding himself an early pick. It is going to be here now. Wants to try and hold strong. Riz as well, coming in through the same main area of the map, finding himself one RCF to be the last man standing. Especially as the mid push comes in and 14 Esports pick themselves up the win. A 16-11 and a very, very dominant game from them so far, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your caster, Flamboyant. I hope you guys have had yourselves an amazing day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys very, very shortly for some more Counter-Strike action. Take care, peace, and good night.